Hello everyone, I'm that guy, and today we're back in Satisfactory. We are on episode 6. In the last episode, we assembled a new steel production facility here, as well as did a bit of exploring. Today, I am going to expand out our factory floor just a little bit more, and hopefully get some of this belt work cleaned up. I've got an idea for it, and I'm not quite sure if it's gonna work, so just gonna have to stick with me to find out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump back in. In the last episode, we got this steel facility set up. Here we are producing steel pipes. Also steel pipes. Steel beams. And also steel beams. Speaking of, we also got this hard drive sitting in our inventory here. We need to figure out what to do with that. Looks like it goes in the MAM, so let's head back and see if we can't get that underway. Pardon me, ma'am. Can you decode this hard drive? Like we got about 10 minutes on that. That is fine, I have plenty to do. So I mentioned at the end of the last episode that I wanted to get encased industrial beams automated. So those are made up of steel beams and concrete. Since we've got steel beams getting produced up here, we just need to get concrete going. Now I saw another limestone node right at the bottom of this hill. So let's see, we can't get this fella down here hooked up to our main factory. Start with a Mark 1 miner and some conveyor belts. I think it would be a good idea to run these conveyor belts around the back of the factory instead of the side. I don't like how we had to run those iron belts. Might be fixing that in the near future as well. Just gonna snake this limestone through our mess of belts. We need more iron plates. Well, it's a good thing we are at the factory here and can just jet over and grab some more. Where are my regular iron plates? Ah, there are my regular iron plates. It should be enough for right now. I'm hoping at some point in this episode we can also get basic lighting unlocked. We finally got through the quick wire research and should just be a matter of getting the tickets we need for that. Oh really? We're missing iron rods too? Alright, fair enough. Good thing we also have plenty of those in here. Might as well get some power hooked up to that as well. I don't think we're gonna get very far without power. We've got our miner on the line. Just need to get the actual product out of it. There we go. Got an impure limestone node. Hopefully the impure node will give us the capacity we need in order to make these encased steel beams. So, while we are waiting for the limestone to arrive, I'm gonna set up a little bit of concrete manufacturing. You are gonna be turning limestone into concrete. And we're gonna take this belt all the way down. So we've got our steel beams here. We've got concrete coming in here. We need an assembler to turn the concrete and steel into encased industrial beams. Looks like that wants 24 and 30 per minute. This guy is only making 15 per minute, as is this. So basically they want like 2 of these concrete boys and 2 of those steel boys in order to get this going. I don't think we're quite there yet. So I'm just gonna get this hooked up at a slightly reduced capacity. And for good measure, let's get some storage hooked up. Our limestone will be hooked up momentarily. Well, we are waiting on our industrial beams to get started. I'm also gonna get started on what we need for the rest of our space elevator parts. Specifically, we are going to be building stators. That is going to require copper wire and pipes. I'm going to take this copper belt back just a little bit. That way we can squeeze in a constructor. This constructor is going to be making wire, and that will be combined with pipes in order to make our stators. Oh, you know what? I'm the dumb. This thing takes copper ingots, not raw copper. Stupid, stupid, stupid. All right. One of those in there. Combine you with you. Slip you into you. You up. And now copper ingots. Looks like encased industrial beams are starting to be produced. Only got 4 of them so far. We're gonna need a whole heck of a lot more. I am tempted to hook up another belt of concrete if we can find some more limestone around here. In fact, let's see if there is more around here. Yeah, looks like we got another one, not all that far away, 300 meters. So let's run on down and see if we can't get that guy hooked up. Yeah, there it is. Is this a good node or is this a crappy node? It's another crappy one. That's fine. As usual, let's chip off the pure seam. Just enough for one more miner. Got some power for you. And now we'll do the belts. Whoa! Ow! I should put some railing on there. That is not safe for dum-dums. You will make concrete. Need to get a combiner on the belt here. No, no, no! Ow! I really do need to child-proof this factory. Limestone is finally making its way down the belt. Our second concrete constructor is online. Each of these making 15 should fill up the inputs on the industrial beams. And just for good measure, I'm going to add in more of these steel beams. I want to get this assembler fully maxed out. I think we might need to upgrade these to Mark II belts. Yeah, that's the ticket. I think we have our belt optimized now. We are already up to 31 encased industrial beams. We just need another 20. What do we have for alternate recipes? Pure Caterium ingots with water and Caterium ore. Alternate iron alloy ingot with copper and iron. And an alternative modular frame. None of these seem especially good. I don't know, I guess we'll take the Caterium one. Probably not the most optimal, but I don't know, that one looks good to me anyway. Gonna jet back over to our main factory floor. All of our encased industrial beams should be ready now. Looks like we've got a nice supply of stators starting to build up. Should probably get those into a storage container. Looks like we got the encased industrial beams we're gonna need. So let's go ahead and finish off this research we've been working on for hypertubes. Whoa! Almost had a little wreck there. Oh, get back on there. No, don't fall off. Ah. Jeez, this ramp needs to be bigger. Yeah, like that. Back at research base, let's drop in those beams and launch. Looks like the rest of our milestones are going to be locked behind the space elevator project. Looking at our lighting options here, it looks like these are all going to require a whole bunch of quick wire. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get away from using quick wire for any of this. Before we can really get our factory lit up, we are going to need to secure a very big source of quick wire. Come on. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, looks like that Caterium node is on another island. Need to find a way to get over there. But I reckon we're gonna have to have a little game of patty cake with him. Fine, I will just build platforms over to where you are if you don't want to stand still. Huh, okay. I was thinking I would not be able to attach a miner to this because a big old rock on top of it. It looks like we're going to be able to get that after all. Ow. Note to self, don't try and zoop before you whoop. Ooh, that was fun. Alright, and we've got our Caterium ore coming out. Nice. I'm gonna get this belt upgraded to Mark II. Thinking about it, probably should have built this as Mark II to begin with. Our node is gonna get split off and go into a couple of smelters that'll be making our Caterium ingots. Those two smelters will be feeding into these two constructors here, which will be making quick wire. And quick wire is just going to get fed into this storage container. Our encased industrial beam production is doing well. Yeah, it looks like that is running at capacity. Fantastic. Looks like our stators are running at capacity as well. We've got our first quick wire coming off the belt. In order to make the automated wiring, we're going to need to tap another copper node, turn that into wire. I guess we'll start by mining out the pure node. And we're going to need to get our stuff all the way up there. I wonder if we can use a conveyor lift. Yeah, that should work now. turn those into copper ingots, into wire, and into cabling. Power is hooked up. That should get to producing copper ore in a moment. Let's slap this assembler. I don't know, like maybe about here. We need you, the rotors. And then, yeah, you, the wires. Let's go ahead and set him up for automated wiring. So we're gonna need 2.5 stators a minute and 50 cable per minute. I wonder, how much are you producing? You're only producing 30, and you consume 60. You only produce 30 as well. So we're definitely gonna need to expand this out, probably double it. And yeah, we've at least got another node down there, so I think we can actually do that. Well, I've got it on my mind. Let's make that happen. Hey, big fella. Be careful around here. These machines are not friendly to your kind. That is another space elevator component automated. Just gonna have to let that run for a while. I am trying to upgrade this coal belt here. It is looking like we are going to need a lot more coal for our factory if we want to be able to get these framework components automated. We are already pretty much at capacity for our coal output, at least from that particular node. And we don't have any other coal nodes especially close. It looks like getting that upgraded to a tier 2 miner and a tier 3 belt probably gonna give us what we need. Looks like all of these are nice and full. Doesn't look like anyone is getting backed up. I believe we had some more iron nodes around here as well. Let me see if I can track those down, and we'll get a couple of new belts hooked up for those. Yeah, right down here was where all of those lived. So I'll go ahead and hook 2 of these guys up. Hopefully that's going to be enough to get us some more steel production on the go. All right, I think that should be our versatile framework hooked up. Just gonna go ahead and kickstart that. I've had a quick little break. Looks like our assembler is making versatile framework. Nice, we already have 44. How is everything else coming? Looks like our rotors are coming in quite nicely. Our automated wiring is at capacity, and we almost have enough to finish off this phase. Should have that wrapped up in just a few minutes. Our encased industrial beam production is going quite well. I'm very happy with that. And there we go. That is gonna be our next item in the space elevator all finished up. All right, that is 100 automated wiring. That is 500 smart plating. And we just need our 500 versatile framework. I'll load this guy up. So looking at our steel ingot production, we are only producing 45 per minute. And this guy wants 60 per minute. So I think this might be a good place to have our first bit of overclocking. So if we come over here and drop a newly constructed power shard in there, we can jack this up to 67.5 per minute. So that should be able to satisfy the 60 per minute that we need in these constructors. That will let us produce a solid 15 per minute, which should finally be able to fill up this guy at 30 per minute. And yeah, looks like that is gonna be the case. I think we are finally getting steel in here quick enough. Right on. We are a fifth of the way there. We just need to get 400 more of those versatile frameworks. Let's see how our quick wire production is going. I reckon that storage is going to be mostly full at this point. Yeah, it is. Very nice. I'm just going to grab a couple of those to keep on hand. With a nice supply of quick wire, we should be able to tear through some more of this Caterium research. So I'm just gonna make our way back to home base. And let's see what the ma'am has for us. All right, Mark II power poles. High-speed connectors. Ooh, I bet those are going to be something rather challenging to get assembled. AI limiters, power switches, smart splitters, neat. And bullet guidance system, ho-ho. Sounds like we are starting to get into some of the more lethal options. And what the heck, let's go ahead and get these guys unlocked as well. I'm curious if the zip line is any better than it was when I last tried to use it. Last time I tried to use it, it was garbage. We just need to make a Xeno Zapper for that. One zapper coming up, and one zip line coming up. Cool, so this thing is supposed to let us, ride along these power poles. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't seem as fast as our tractor. This zipline thing is still kind of slow. It might be alright for getting into high places, but I don't see this as a viable mode of transit. Oh well. That's fine. However, with our quick wire supply secured, I would like to get some of this lighting unlocked. We have got indoor lighting unlocked. Ceiling lights are rather expensive, but we are at least producing everything we're gonna need for that. What? Buddy, how did you get in here? Alright. Not sure how you managed to make your way in here, but you are, I guess, part of the factory now. So now that we have interior lighting unlocked, I am gonna start bringing together my plan to make this factory a little more special and make it look a little bit better as well. So you may have noticed that I built this next level way above the first level. I had a little plan in mind for that. That is gonna start by bringing some new foundations out. And you might notice that I have a bit of a gap in between the two floors. This was, in fact, my plan from the beginning. So what that is going to allow us to do is have an entire couple of floors, well, have an entire level just for belt work. You may have noticed me just kind of haphazardly throwing all of our belts in kind of just wherever they fit. That has always been a temporary solution that I intend to improve upon. So now that we've got a little bit of the floor in, let me get some of this lighting in and see how it's gonna work. So I guess we'll start with a big one there. And yeah, I guess we're gonna need to bring power through as well. So I'm just gonna bring you down to the end. Haha, nice. That looks like it's gonna work. So basically, we're gonna put a whole bunch of these down and hopefully light up the whole factory area. Let's see, how far apart are we gonna be able to place these before they get funky? So let's try that to start with. Yeah, looks like that should be a pretty good amount of spacing. Eventually I'm gonna get power into the ceiling here, but for right now, we're just gonna do it kind of quick and dirty. But yeah, you can see what we're going for. I'm just gonna fill in a whole bunch of lights, fill in a whole bunch of ceiling tiles, and hopefully make this area down here just a little bit more presentable. All right, nice. We have a bit of light in here. Finally, it is no longer just a dark cavern. Let's see, I think we got room for one more here. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got this whole area down here lit up like the 4th of July. Now, whenever I come down here, we don't have to just glare at the dark. We are certainly getting there on the framework. Just need a bit more of that. Looking at our power, somehow I've managed to build up almost our total capacity of power. Our max consumption is currently at 941, and our max capacity is hovering between 985 and 1060. At this point, our unlimited power is no longer unlimited. It appears, in fact, to be quite limited. I really hope we can evolve beyond the need for coal power in the very near future. Smart plating is going to be used for something else in the future, so I feel like I should probably just keep that there for now. While we're waiting on the framework, I'm gonna take a crack at trying to get this hypertube stuff to work. I want to launch ourselves across the dang map. let's see if this does it. That certainly got me moving fast. Although I'm realizing probably want to get a jetpack so we don't go smack right into the ground. All right, just for the heck of it, let's see if this will launch us to our base. Oh. Might help if it had power. All right, let's try it now. Zoop. Okay, that may have taken us a little bit farther than I wanted. Oh, God. Oh, geez, we're going a little farther than I intended to go. Oops. That appears to have launched us clear across the map. Golly, that was a bit of a trip. Oh my. Yeah, we're a little ways away from the base. All right, so our hypertube launcher works. Just need to figure out how to get back home. Oh, geez. I'm amazed we didn't just go splat. Oh no, I don't want to talk to you guys. Oh, this is a bad place to be. This is not the place to be. Okay, see you guys. Ah, crud. Let me just reload our last save. Oh, good. It brought us all the way back to here. So, yeah, not gonna do that again. Let's just go ahead and pack up all of this so we're not tempted to use it either. All right, our versatile framework is almost finished. So I made another assembler over there to try and pick that up just a smidge. I converted one of our pipe makers here and another smelter here. Hey, looks like we've got the framework. Just need to clear some space in my inventory. All right, here we go, guys. Oh, it's been a long time coming. It has certainly taken a hot minute and a whole mess of belt work. But we are almost to our next tier of space elevator construction. So let's just drop all these guys in. 500 out of 500. Seal her up. And finally, after 2 whole episodes, we are sending our cargo away. Yeah, get on out of here. All right, so that means we are on to a whole new level of, suffering is what it looks like. Modular engines, adaptive control units, and then just a whole mess of versatile framework. 2,500 of those guys. Oof. That is certainly going to take us a minute to get there. But it's a good thing that we did get some more of this framework construction started. We are definitely going to need that. That is going to be a good place to wrap it up for this episode of Satisfactory. We had a very productive day today. So we managed to finish off our automation of versatile framework. That got fed into the space elevator, and we finally completed phase 2. We had a little bit of fun with the launch tubes, but that did not go well, resulting in our death. We finally have some quality of life improvements down in the scary dungeon. It is a little less scary because we've unlocked lighting. Our whole factory floor is finally lit up. You might have seen us also build this sweet subfloor in between our two factory floors. I've got a special plan for this coming up here real soon, probably in the next episode. The idea is we're going to use these conveyor lifters to turn this whole area here into essentially our spaghetti factory. All of our conveyors are going to be running through the subfloor here. Hopefully, once we are all done, we can get rid of this absolute unholy mess of belt work here and turn it into something just a little bit neater. I don't want to see any of these belts. I want all the spaghetti to get stuck up in the ceiling. All we'll have is the conveyor elevators coming in and out of the subfloor, hopefully just going directly into the assemblers, constructors, smelters, what have you. This game is just getting better and better every episode. Finally got some good unlocks, finally got our factory really moving and grooving. In the next episode, we are going to need to do something about our power situation. You will see that our capacity is 1030, our max consumption is 976. In fact, see, our capacity even briefly dips down to below our max consumption right now. Yeah, our power is on the spooky side. We are never producing enough power. Just when we thought we had unlimited power, once again, our factory just grows, and our power needs have no end in sight. So I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode. I sure did. If you did enjoy this episode, go ahead and smash those like and subscribe buttons. Our channel is nowhere near monetization. It is going to take 1,000 subscribers to get there. We're just not going to be able to get there without your help. If you have some suggestions for what we should do next, certainly leave them down in the comments. The plan, until further notice, is to just keep building this massive factory out and up until it, I don't know, basically takes over this whole biome. I expect this factory to extend all the way to our starter area. It's likely going to continue outwards to this whole grassy area here. We're going to have a whole lot of fun with this. I've described this strategy as all roads lead to Rome. Our factory is Rome. So for now, I've been that guy. This has been Satisfactory, and we will catch you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.